So it's very sad that sometimes people come to a temple and they have a bad experience. Sometimes they come after millions of lives to the Hare Krishna temple to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, somehow or other. And if we don't really respect them and honor them and welcome them with open arms and humble obeisances, sometimes our tendency can be to not welcome them, not respect them, or even on the contrary, be rude to them. This is a great, great calamity. In the whole material world, the temple is where they don't feel welcome. The temple is where they feel disrespected. We have a big problem. I'm not saying this temple, but I'm saying sometimes this happens. And there's nothing more regrettable. Think of Lord Chaitanya, they're out there trying to rescue the conditioned souls. Finally, someone comes to them to take darshan. And if we don't give them proper respect, we can be the cause of them leaving, of them going back into that sea of samsara. So how important it is we really honor them, give them complete respect, no matter where they're coming from, what their background is, what they look like, how they're dressed. We have to honor them, make them feel welcome. Gradually they will learn the proper culture. But if from the beginning we start correcting them and chastising them, they don't come back. It's very sad. It's a great loss that we can never get back. We can never bring someone back once they had a bad experience and they don't want to come back to the temple. So fortunately, sometimes these things happen, and the culture, the Vaishnava culture, is all about receiving a guest. It's a very prominent point of Vedic culture, honoring a guest, especially an unexpected or an uninvited guest. They should be treated like Narayan, like God. The unexpected guest is to be treated like God. So how do we treat people when they come here? We have to be very careful. That way we will grow our community, grow the public, grow the guests, not have them want to leave or want to have nothing to do with us, or go somewhere where they feel welcome. Maybe they go to the nightclub and everyone's very nice to them, so they prefer to go there. So this is the big responsibility. Anyone who's part of the temple, living in the temple, involved in the temple, we have such an important role. I don't know if you've ever felt unwelcome in the temple. I have. It's a very, very impactful feeling. It really goes against everything you were thinking spiritual life would be. I've been in a temple where I was new. It was my first time. I was very excited to go to this temple. I'd heard so much about it, and now I was finally there, and I was in the Mangalarti. And you don't know all the rules in the beginning. Every temple is different. Every temple is different. You're just there, and you're so much in bliss. And then someone very rudely says something to you, or makes a gesture. You can feel their energy. You think, what? That whole experience vanishes. And it's replaced by a very different feeling. Great confusion. Wait, what? What just happened? And that sits with you, it stays with you. Every time you think of that temple, you think of that experience. And you don't feel the same way you did before. I had it happen to me. So this is the importance of treating the guests, honoring the guests, especially where in cities like this, where we have scope for such tremendous Western outreach to reach the local people. We cannot expect them to be very cultured when they walk in the door. We cannot expect them to even be dressed in a Vaishnava way. If we're thinking that, then we may as well just keep the door closed, because people out there in this culture and society, they don't follow those things. It's not. We cannot expect them on their first time to do that. So how much careful we should be to grow their bhakti kripa and water it. It will come in time. All the secondary rules, the gradual refinements. But if from the beginning they don't get that warm welcome and that enthusiasm and happiness to be here, we don't receive them well, then they don't come back. And that's on us. That means that we came between them and Krishna. What could be worse? We don't want to come between anyone coming back to Krishna after so many lifetimes. So we have to be on guard against this. It can be something that we were taught or it was ingrained. We received this from a previous impression of someone else. You know, someone else had this mood and then it came to us. But you know, I feel we really have unlimited potential. And look at what Prabhupada did. Prabhupada did so much, tolerated so much more. Prabhupada tolerated really great, insane people, people completely intoxicated out of their minds, hardly clothed, bad smell. He welcomed them with love. They became great devotees. So that is our example. And we have to adapt. We have to always adapt to time, place, and circumstance. What happens in India, we see it doesn't work in the West. It doesn't work in the West. We cannot try to enforce the same culture in India in big cities in America. It just doesn't work. If we want to have an Indian-style temple with primarily the cultural background bodied devotees, but Prabhupada's mission was Paschatya Deshatarini, delivering the Western countries which are filled with voidism and impersonalism. So if this is our mission, then we adapt. We see what is favorable for spreading Krishna consciousness, spreading Mahaprabhu's movement, and spreading this Hare Krishna mantra, getting people to chant. This is their only hope. This is the only hope for this world. So we have such a very high standard to try to represent. And he says that it's very difficult to press forward this movement, but this is a movement which can offer true benefit to human society. And that comes through the chanting. So people are very perceptive. People are very, very perceptive. They can pick up on our subtle energy, subtle mood, our desire. And if we internally, if we feel like we reject them or we accept them, they can tell right away. So we all are invited to try to embody Mahaprabhu's formula, offering no respect for ourselves, but giving it to others. Maybe they're not acting properly, maybe they're not very conscious. We should give them all respect. Treat them as a soul, as a pure soul, as a beloved part and parcel of Krishna. And then we will see, the magic really unfold more and more. Yeah, so Govinda Prabhu is saying that the material world is very rough, that naturally we go through very difficult things, and so sometimes we come to a temple, one may be mistreated, and someone might go away, but someone else might keep coming back. Why the difference? Is that correct? So, yeah, we understand there is the principle of Sukriti. Those who have amassed a large amounts of devotional bhakti Sukriti, they will not be deterred. Their previous life will keep pushing them back. But they may have that kind of like a trauma. It can be actually like there's also devotional trauma. So that may be then something they have to deal with. That can be a doubt that they'll have to continue to live with and process. So on the other hand, there are people who do not have the same amount of Sukriti. They're just starting their devotional process. And for them, sometimes a bad experience is enough to close the door for them, for temporarily, or in this life. So if they don't have enough Sukriti to push beyond it, then they may not take it back up. So that's why you see the Vedic culture is very, very geared towards etiquette, towards respect, towards inviting, honoring, so that everyone has the opportunity to take it up. The material world is meant for people to take up devotional service. So to try to facilitate that in any way, even the birds or the squirrels, we're thinking, how are they going to become devotees? What to speak of human beings, what to speak of someone coming to a temple? So the Vedic cultural system is geared towards allowing everyone to progress. Therefore, they're a very big culture of honoring. So it will depend on their sukriti, but we are trying to be agents of that positive transformation, facilitation, and not obstruction. Srila Prabhupada ki Panchakalpatarvyaschar Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna, thank you. Please forgive me for any improper speech in my humble attempt to try to serve Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.